Hello, good morning. This is a little movie to show you the progress. These are bulbs. I think they're all lilies that my secret sister from church gave me. I never in my wildest dreams thought that they would even come up, but take a look at these. Cool, huh? It'll be fun to watch that progress. This is on the way to the garden cottage. Wanted to show you that beautiful little rug that is so perfect in here. Look at that, 35 bucks. And then of course I have little bird cages everywhere, and I have plants in them. And then there's the chair. Fern I'm trying to resurrect. And that is a close up of the garden cottage. I found all those chairs or doors at auctions or online somewhere, and then had my carpenter put everything together for me. I love it. And then walking from the garden cottage, still in the shade. This is kind of the perimeter right here, right there. What I am most excited about, Amy gave me that, isn't that cool, is this is kind of a cool thing. It's like a hose, but a flower pot. I'm hearing noises. I hope it's not a bear. So that's the perimeter, but I'm most excited about those plants behind the ladder. They're hollyhocks. Last year the deer ate them, and man, I'm really keeping them sprayed this year. We had hollyhocks when I was a little girl, and so I wanted them again. And so here we go up again along the perimeter, and then that's the bench at the end of my walkway, which we will get later. And this is what I just filmed, but from a little different angle. Those purple flowers Dixie thinks are wild geraniums, and I have them everywhere, and they're just beautiful. See outside of that door, I love it. And close up a little bit there. That door did not have a door handle, a doorknob, and I found that in it, like a flea market. And then also that little door decoration. And of course, we need a curtain. Doesn't every garden cottage need a curtain in a window? And then here, coming across here, we have another birdhouse. Well, look at that, another plant. Bright, bright sunshine today, and there's not a cloud in the sky. I'm gonna try not to get my shadow. This is a bird bath that my neighbor also gave me when she left, and it leaks, so of course I put a plant in it. So it's kind of divided up into thirds. This is along the driveway, and look at there, we have 2 hanging plants, 2 bird cages. I could only get a plant in one. And that crane, Mark bought me that for Christmas one year. I love this hanging pot. Now I'm kind of walking down the driveway, and here are some more of those wild, ooh, we're in the shade, lovely. Shade's always better for pictures. People don't know that, but they are, but it is. Some more wild geraniums. Aren't they just absolutely beautiful? So here is one side of the walkway, and here you can hardly see it because it's so bright, but there's the other path. It's kind of like an upside down Y, and then it ends with the bench. Now I'm back to that first walkway. I love that. Who doesn't put a watering can on their plant stand? And you'll see some more of those wild geraniums and hostas. I have lots of hostas. A quick over here again. It's kind of where I started. There's that bird bath, hostas. And then the garden cottage in the background. So you can kind of get a feel for where everything is. Then we're just going to go over on this side, this little shade here. There's that other walkway. Lots of hostas, lots of weeds. I don't care too much about them. I don't let them bother me. That basket, my neighbor gave me a whole bunch of impatiens in honor of his mother. She just passed away, and she loved my garden so much, and so we call that the Carol basket. So let's walk up here. I love these things. I particularly love the color of that hosta. I, of course, don't know what it is, but that's okay. Who cares? And look at there, another birdhouse, another plant. That's the way I roll. Oh, no, this house is going nuts. Look at that. I have to move those little fences all the time. And then as we walk up here toward the bench, we've already kind of seen this side, but we'll go back down over here. I painted that little sunflower. Oh, and there's another chair. I love that chair. I love putting plants on chairs. So we go back over here. Here's a wishing well that Mark gave me quite a few years ago. This is a really pretty plant. It blooms, but I don't know what it is. And then Mark bought me this bronzy flower here because we bought it at the florist that Mom always bought her flowers at. And another little birdhouse. There's one of the chairs that I had to get rid of in the cottage because it broke. So there it goes. You put a plant on it with a wild geranium. I got a lot of this stuff at a place in Lindstrom, Minnesota. They have always a monthly sale and a lot of outdoor decor. And I'm going to have to move now because of the sun. I am standing at the end of the other path. There's a little bike. Also got at that Lindstrom monthly sale. You saw that chair. And then there's the crane. We go over here. There's the carol basket. We've got lots of stuff here. And then in this V type of a thing, we have hostas. This won't turn out real well because of the sun. I'm standing in the middle of the driveway now just to give you an idea of how big this is. You've seen everything here. There's a crane, watering can, there's a cottage. You can kind of see the scope of how big it is. And then if we keep going, just so you know where we are, there's the garage and the house. I'm going to go on the other side, show you some plants on the lakeside. And I have to stand with my back to the sun. I think you get a pretty good idea. Remember, this is an all-new deck. These are really, really gorgeous hostas there. We've got 3 hanging plants under there. And a lovely, lovely bed of lilies of the valley. You see I've got quite a few plants up on the deck. They're all doing quite well since I don't have a green thumb. And we have a rock garden, which I absolutely have hated for years. This is new. You haven't seen this. This little catwalk goes over to this new room, and that's our TV room in Mark's den. A little better idea. We're getting rid of the rocks. People are coming to pick them up. And so I put those sheets on the larger rocks that we want to keep, so that's what you're seeing there. But this area right here, that's the new room. That was not here when we got married, nor when you visited, I don't think. You remember that? And then a catwalk that goes from the door there over to the deck. And here's just another little view of that new room. It's like 12 by 20. The catwalk. I'm gonna have the house stained this year, this summer, fall. Pretty excited about that. And a couple chairs on the bank, a few hostas. I'm looking up now toward the house again, and I have 2 of these built-in bank planters, and they're doing quite well this year, mainly because we've had so much rain. But I just love those. Here's a fireplace pit. that we got married around. Look back up toward the house. And this is kind of cool. We just had this old tree that we'd taken down. And we had to leave the stump, so we put flowers in it. And then I kind of cascade impatiens out from it. And it's got these white flowers on it too. They kind of come down toward the fireplace pit. And just so you know, I do still reign supreme. This is Barb's chair around the fireplace pit. She's made her own footstool and her own little cocktail table. Now how clever is that? And here is the other planter type thing I had built into the wall. Very similar to the other one. That's how windy it is today. And this is on the far lot line. We really cleaned this up since you've been here. We've got a whole bunch of wild stuff here. I don't tend to it too much because I have too many other things to do. But there's a huge hosta place there. I take a lot of those for my other areas, as well as we keep going over here. There's more. Oh, I love being out of the sun. More hostas. Then we go way over here. A couple more. And that's the lot line. I think I can shoot down toward the water. So this is kind of, lot line goes like a pie. It's angled. So now here we have got a new boat about 2 years ago. After 25 years. We also got some new steps in. I hated our old steps because the distance between them varied. One would be 8 inches, one would be 6 inches, one would be 12 inches. It's literally impossible to climb with short legs. So these are new, as well as, you can't see them real well, but the second set of steps going down, all the railing and all this stuff right here is new too. And then you go to the boat. A table down there, that's where Mark cleans the fish. And then there's our lake. And here's your final overview. Going from lot line to lot line. We got married. And it didn't go anywhere near this far this way either. We've done so much work cleaning it up. There's that Lilies of the Valley patch. And then the deck. And those beautiful hostas and hanging plants. Hope you've enjoyed. Love you. Bye.